Perfect. Post. I've taken this selfie over 100 times to make sure that I look as hot as possible.
As you can see, social media is great. Careers have been created, people brought together and connected, as well as helping shape the society we live in. But what if it's not as happy as it seems? What if social media is just a dark place? Over the years, social media has developed from a pastime to an essential way of how we communicate to people around us and the rest of the world. Every emotion, selfie and event is shared globally every second on various platforms from Instagram to Twitter, Snapchat to YouTube. Social media empowers and enables all to create and shape their own identities and share their views. As part of our research, we conducted interviews to find out how often people use social media.
I use social media every single day.
I would say quite often. Every day, every single day.
I would say I use social media every day. I don't really have a specific time where I go on social media. I just go on it when I feel like, and I feel like I go on it very regularly.
I don't have social media because I find it to be an arguably extreme waste of time. In a sense, it's not that having social media means you're wasting time, it's just that I can tell that with nothing urgent to do with it, you're mainly just going to be getting lots of spam messages and things like that really are just like popular for a minute and then gone. So it's like there's not really a point in looking. I don't feel there's much substance to it. It's a lot of content but not much I would really like to engage with. It's quantity rather than quality.
According to Ofcom's 2016 survey, 99% of 16 to 24-year-olds use social media on a weekly basis. It is commonly found that young people use social media first thing in the morning.
First thing I do when I wake up in the morning is probably check my phone for the time, and then I'd probably check over WhatsApp to see what messages I missed overnight.
My Instagram page. I check my Instagram page and then I check my Instagram page and then the rest just follows, like later on in the day.
I'm one of them ones that I have to check my Instagram, go through my Snapchat, and then go on with my day.
We surveyed various people about social media and how it personally affects them. The results from the survey gave an insight into how we are all dependent on social media and whether it is destroying our ability to interact in person. Here are the top 5 apps that our respondents mentioned. As you can see, WhatsApp is the most used social networking site, followed by Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat. Influencers in social media are people who have built a reputation for their knowledge and expertise on a particular topic. They make regular posts about that topic on their preferred social media channels and generate large followings of enthusiastic, engaged people who pay close attention to their views. Brands love social media influencers because they can create trends and encourage their followers to buy products they promote. Therefore, it is clear to see how they have an impact on their consumers.
Some social media influencers that have influenced me, I will say Kim Kardashian has to be the first one for me because I really love Kim.
Miah.
Gracie Francesca. I think she's a great influencer because she's all about the body image and self-loathing and putting out women in a higher aspect.
The Orange Nerd as well. He's a fashion designer from Nigeria as well.
Jenny Jenkins.
Daniella Gray. He's a media personality in Nigeria, where I'm from.
As cliche as it sounds, probably Patricia Bright, because of her personality, her authenticity to herself, and more than anything, her drive to succeed.
Nella Rose is one person that has influenced me a lot through the way she interacts on her YouTube channel.
There's no doubt social media has the capability to connect people around the world. There are some drawbacks to this which can affect how we can consume media. Does social media ultimately help or hinder our everyday lives?
I think it's definitely helped me, especially with the type of career that I'm doing. It's given me opportunities that I wouldn't have been able to get if I wasn't on social media and if I wasn't as present as I am on social media.
I think it's helped in some sort of way because it kind of brought out my confidence a lot more.
It depends on the circumstance. So in terms of information and knowledge and things like that, it's definitely helped me.
Well, I would say it's definitely helped me in a lot of ways. Like, it network with people in the same niche as myself, like people who are fashion and lifestyle bloggers.
It's hindered me in the aspect that sometimes I forget about what I'm doing.
But it's hindered me in terms of having a wider grasp of what's out there in the world, because a lot of what's popular is all that I can see on social media, and that's kind of a hindrance to me.
It depends what I'm doing, because if I'm just looking at what my friends have been up to, I stop myself and think, you are aimlessly scrolling, you don't need to see what someone had for lunch, and you don't need to see someone moaning about something else. Just text your friend and say, hey, how are you? What have you been up to? In that instance, I do stop myself, because sometimes I think it's very easy to use social media as a way of feeling like you've interacted with someone when you actually haven't.
With technology growing and becoming increasingly advanced, more people are entering the world of social media. Many forget that social media has its drawbacks, some being more dangerous than others. Some include cyberbullying, catfishing, hacking, privacy, and many more.
What makes social media bad? It is a lot of content, a lot of quantity, but not that much quality. And engaging with that over a long period of time is bound to dull your senses or something.
The interaction. You're constantly there. You're constantly pressing buttons. It's the likes. It's the wanting. I don't know how to say it, but it's wanting to be in the interactive world.
What I feel makes social media bad is the fact that you have a lot of influencers. Like I said earlier on, I love the Kardashian family. However, I feel like them being influencers, they don't really portray good, like a good image to their demographic.
What makes social media bad is that I think a lot of the time people portray a lifestyle that they don't have. There's a lot of fakeness on social media that you can get away with, because, for example, on Instagram, you take a picture, you can drive to central London, take a picture in central London every single day outside a beautiful apartment and pretend as though it's yours, so that, you know, you can build this lifestyle, and you've got the LV bag, and you've got to portray this particular lifestyle. So I think those are definitely the negative connotations of social media, the fakery and the fakery, really.
As a female, you're meant to look a certain way for you to be accepted by society or the media. But you have to have an hourglass shape for you to be accepted by the media or the society. So I feel like definitely they kind of come off as a bad influence in a way. So that's my take on it.
Exploitation. The whole idea that you can just overindulge all the time, and the increasing need to be perfect.
Depends who uses it. I don't think the medium itself is dangerous. I feel like whoever uses it for wrong reasoning, like how people can sometimes use it to organise fights, things like that can prove to be dangerous, but the actual medium itself can be used for good things as well.
Some people find it hard to imagine a life without social media. Is it really impossible to imagine a world where social media does not exist?
Ooh, for my career, that would be devastating.
I feel like lost, because I feel it's my way of connecting with the world, of knowing what's going on.
So I'd be scared, because I'd feel as if I've been disconnected from the world I've gotten used to.
That can't happen.
As weird as it is to imagine that social media cannot exist, it is clear to see that social media can and will continue to have a place in our society for the content creators as well as the consumers.
Social media is still expanding.
I think the future of social media is huge.
It's going to dominate the world at some point, definitely, because the way it is now and the way it's expanding further and further.
It's going to be huge. Everybody needs to get on board with social media, because it's everything.
Oh, it's dangerous. All our jobs are going to be taken away because social media has just the upper hand. That you're able to do everything on there now. So, to me personally, it's scary. But I guess it depends on who you ask.
Social media was seen to be a luxury, but it has become a need. It has opened apps and closed doors to direct communication. Do we live in a time where social media dominates our lives? Are we obsessed?